never stays a day. A bad luck's always coming my way.
Today we're going to do a little bit of time traveling, if you will, back to 1968 to a movie called Planet of the Apes. More specifically, the ending scene, which is probably the most iconic scene, one of the most iconic scenes, I should say, in cinematic history.
I'm back. I'm home. You maniacs! You blew it up! Oh, damn you! God damn you all to hell!
Point Dume Beach is very popular. In fact, if you see just there at the base of the cliff and about the center of your screen, you're going to see a light blue VW bus. That's Gray Whale Gin. They are here today filming a commercial. We're going to try to stay out of their way, but they're pretty much right where we want to be filming. They got lights and tents and everything over there. I think we'll be fine. Before we get any closer to the cliff, I do want to set the scene a little bit. Towards the end of the movie, Charlton Heston's character has Dr. Zaius tied up further down the beach. And during a conversation between the two, Dr. Zaius tells Taylor that he's known about man for quite some time. This portion of the beach, Point Dume, in the movie was known as the Forbidden Zone. And the last scenes of Planet of the Apes were filmed here, with Charlton Heston and the girl riding down this beach on horseback. And then they make a discovery. It's a shocking one. Now here's something a little fun. When we first got here, I thought this was the cliff face, the cliff side from the Planet of the Apes. But it's not. When in fact, if you walk up to it, just on the other side of this is a little cove. And that is where they filmed Planet of the Apes. So we got a little bit of hiking to get to the actual location. All right, looks like we gotta do some climbing here. Gotta be careful because all the sand. Yeah, let's go this way. All right, make sure I get my footing. Something else, man. Almost there. All right, all right. Should be right around this corner. Now here's the real secret of this place. Just behind where they were filming that gin commercial, there's this little cove that's tucked away. And right here is where that iconic scene was filmed. This is insane. Over the years, Jessica and I have visited some pretty awesome filming locations, especially when it comes to horror. But none of them come close to as iconic as this one is. Right there is the ending scene, the very last shot from Planet of the Apes. Now here's what's really cool about the Planet of the Apes, and more specifically, this scene. It was written by Rod Serling of The Twilight Zone. That twist ending where Charleston Heston stops right here and he sees that the entire time that he was on Earth, it was all written by the guy who wrote the Twilight Zone TV show. It makes so much sense. Right about the center of your screen, you see that rock? It's jutting out of the water. It's right about there where Charleston Heston gets off his horse, falls to the sand, and has his little breakdown moment. You know I gotta reenact it. All right, here goes nothing.
You maniacs! You blew it up! Oh, damn you! God damn you all to hell!
You maniacs! You blew it up! Damn you! Damn you all to hell! If you look very, very closely to the top of what I'm guessing is Point Doom Peak, you can see people up there getting photos. You know I gotta get up there, I gotta try it. Well, it's time to get a little bit of exercise in. Let's get all the way up here and look out over the ocean. No drones. So for those of you who are gonna reach out and say, hey, you should have taken a drone to this location, we here at the Grimm Life Collective respect the area. Let's see here. Hallowed ground, critical landmark and popular icon. The ancient volcanic cone of Point Doom. Say what? Was once used as a sacred space by the natives, Chumash. In the 19th and early 20th century, sailing ships used it as a critical landmark to avoid nearby submerged rocks. Today, the site is used by the filming industry, hello, surfers, and beach enthusiasts from around the world. By taking a few extra steps to an approved trail, all visitors can show their respect for this much-loved place. All right, I'm game. Let's do it. Since we're walking the trail, it might be a good time to talk more about Planet of the Apes 1968, starring Charleston Heston. And it also had Roddy McDowall in it, as well as a bunch of other famous people in it. I remember watching the original Planet of the Apes with my dad. And whenever I was a kid, it really didn't mean much to me, I guess you should say. But I remember the end scene with the Statue of Liberty. Anybody who's seen that movie, it's like a big wow factor. You mean, spoiler alert, the whole time they were on Earth, just like 3,000 years into the future. But it's one of those iconic scenes that even if you haven't seen the movie, you know the ending shot. Now I'm not going to get into the social commentary of the movie and delve into like some sort of film critic or film school, but it does say a lot about us as a human race and what we're doing to this thing called Earth. Just look how beautiful all this stuff is. Crazy, right? Aside from the visuals, one of the things that I absolutely love about this scene is there's no music towards the end. When Charleston Heston realizes what has happened to the Earth, what he knows of the Earth, all you get is the sounds of him losing it and the sound of the waves crashing around him. This is definitely an interesting beach trail, isn't it? I guess you would call it a cliffside trail. All right, so there's a T here. We can go left. We're not going to do that. We know the cliff is over here to the right. So that is where we're going. I feel like I'm getting dangerously close. My knees are shaking a little bit. Right there is the Planet of the Apes cliff. The Statue of Liberty would have been right down there. Oh man, all right, we have a little bit further to go. Carefully walking along the edge. All right, watch my footing. All right, here we go. Not so bad. And we made it. All right. Let's get a little adventurous here. Let's go look over the cliff face here. All right. Hand firmly planted here. Planet of the Apes side. Amazing. And then we have to walk over on the other side so you can kind of get a real scope for all of this. Remember that commercial that they were filming? It was right down there. Something else. But this whole beach right here, Point Dume Beach, is where they filmed Planet of the Apes. The scene where Charlton Heston is riding the horse. I love it. And with that, thank you for joining us on another adventure, this time back to 1968, which technically in the movie Planet of the Apes, it's 3,000 more years into the future. Here at Point Dume Beach in Malibu, California, as always, happy Halloween.
Wherever I come, bad luck just comes my way. Wherever I go, hard luck is there to stay. Good luck never stays a day. A bad luck's all